Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I thought that I would try to venture outside of the booktube norm and try a trend that's been going around YouTube. I don't know how many of you really watch videos outside of booktube, but there has been this thing that other YouTubers have been doing where they try and follow the makeup tutorials of beauty gurus. And so basically it's like, I tried Nikki Tutorial's makeup look, and some of them are beauty gurus trying other beauty gurus, and some of them are non-beauty YouTubers doing it. And overall, it's been a very entertaining trend. I really like watching those videos. I'm actually going to be attempting to do a makeup look that Emma from EMMMMABOOKS did. I thought if I was gonna try this trend, I should at least kind of keep it like booktube related, and obviously Emma is a very popular booktuber and one of my closest friends. I chose Emma because I feel like her makeup is very admired in the booktube community, and I too really like the way she does her makeup. We have similar makeup tastes, but at the same time we do our makeup pretty different. To be honest, she doesn't really have like a tutorial. This Get Ready With Me is the closest that she came to that because she actually talks about what products she's using. So I was extra creepy and I chopped up her video to her saying what products she's using, and then I took out the sound of her answering the questions because this was a Q&A Get Ready With Me. And so I will play that video down in the corner as I do this. But if you want to actually hear what she was saying in the video, which is not makeup related, I will link that down below. I'm just gonna hop right into the video. Like I said, I cut this up, so it's just gonna start with her talking about her primer.
So I already put on my primer, which is the NYX Born to Glow primer.
I haven't put on primer yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I do not have the NYX Glow whatever primer she was just talking about, but I have this Sephora Beauty Amplifier, which is an Afterglow Primer and Luminizer, which I feel like is the kind of the same thing where they're trying to make your face glow or whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that on right now. I actually don't really like this primer. I was planning on returning it, even though it's a sample size. I just like really don't like it. And Sephora's return policy is really good. They just kind of let you bring back whatever if you're not satisfied. I've only used this a few times. It doesn't really do anything for my face. Also, I totally like pull my skin while I put on primer, so this is definitely not what you should be doing to your face, but I don't know, I just feel like it's not doing anything at all to my face, like whatsoever. If anything, it just made it red. So moving on to foundation.
For my foundation, I use every day the Urban Decay All Nighter Liquid Foundation.
Okay, so I'm watching her put this on, and she uses her beauty blender to put her foundation on her face, and I do not do that. I usually put my foundation on and then I use my beauty blender, so this is definitely going to be interesting. I kind of feel like my beauty blender is just going to soak up all of the liquid, but should be interesting, I guess. I've actually never used that Urban Decay foundation that she's talking about. I use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow, which is one of the lightest colors. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I guess I'm going to put it on my beauty blender. Also, I can't tell what type of beauty blender she's using. Hers looks pink, so she might be using the real one. I use the Real Techniques one that has the flat side, so we're not perfectly following her. I feel like a lot of the beauty gurus who did this trend actually had all of the products that the other beauty gurus were talking about, but I'm gonna try my best to replicate what she's doing. So I guess I'm just gonna put foundation on this. It feels very wrong to do this. So she kind of just goes at it and she just pats it on her face. Okay, I seriously feel like there's so much product in this beauty blender right now.
Now I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer.
So from what I can see that she's doing, she is making a couple of lines under each eye. Also, fair warning, my Tarte Shape Concealer is almost out. So this is gonna be rough trying to get as much product on as she's putting on. Also, she's putting all the product on her face before blending it in. And I just feel like my Tarte Shape Tape usually dries down before she does that. But I mean, she's the master in this video. I am copying what she's doing. I'm trying to keep up with her. Am I doing it? Well, okay, she's putting on her forehead.
Powder, I use the Kat Von.
Okay, she just literally, it was blended in the next shot. So I guess I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and blend it.
For translucent powder, I use the Kat Von D Lock-It Setting Powder, but I have the mini travel version because your girl is broke and doesn't want to spend $30 on powder.
Okay, I do have this setting powder. I don't use it very often, so I actually have a lot of it. I bought this a very long time ago. She is using her beauty blender again to do this. This is not something that I normally do. So it'll definitely be interesting. I also don't like bake super often. I know how to bake, but I personally feel like it makes my face really dry, so I don't really like baking. But she's doing it, so I have to. She's using the pointy side of the beauty blender, and she's packing this mama on, so I'm gonna do that too. You're gonna be making a cake up in here. Okay, I keep watching for when she swipes the stuff off her face, but it's off camera, so I'm really not sure of when in the process she does this.
I'm now using
I feel like she's just letting it sit while she does her eyebrows.
I'm now using the Anastasia Brow Wiz to do my brows, and if you watch my Instagram lives, you know we're gonna be here for a while.
It is true that Emma's eyebrows take a very long time. I too have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, although obviously my color is a lot lighter than hers because I'm blonde and she has very dark hair. I feel like her eyebrows take a lot longer than mine because they're darker. I feel like darker eyebrows are harder to master. So I'm gonna try my hardest to spend a long time on my eyebrows, but I normally don't. I normally just use this really quickly and then I put like a brownish eyeshadow over it to kind of like set it. But I'm gonna try really hard to like really fill in my eyebrows like Emma. Also, like I said, I'm not very sure about when she wipes this powder off. I can't really tell in the footage, but I literally feel like my face is being dehydrated. So I'm gonna just brush this off a little bit because I like can't handle this right now. I feel like I have become a dehydrated husk. So I see that Emma is going in with the spoolie and she's really combing her eyebrows. She's combing them up a lot. I feel like that's not something I normally do, but I'll do it because she's doing it. Now she's taking the brush and kind of going in on her brows in the middle. Oh, I'm definitely doing this a lot darker than I normally do. I know it's a little late in the game to do this, but I feel like the camera should be in a lot closer, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. She hacks away at the middle for a while, and then I notice she kind of moves to the front, so I'm gonna do that now. I use the color taupe because it's like the most blonde one that they have, and I normally go with a pretty light hand so you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'm trying to be more like Emma, and I'm going a lot harder with it, but it's really difficult. I'm trying to watch the master, but I'm already scared. Oh my god, my eyebrow looks so bad. My eyebrows have never looked this bad before. I also have never implemented someone else's brow process. I'm normally very light-handed with it, so it's like easy for me if I mess up, and now I see why it takes her so long to do her eyebrows. Okay. Fuck, this does not look good. Man, she goes at one eyebrow for a while. I feel like this is the darkest my eyebrow's ever been in my life. Oh my god, how am I even gonna recreate this on the other side? Frightening. I will probably never do my eyebrows like this again. And my skin still feels like a dehydrated grape, which I guess is a raisin. So I guess my skin feels like a raisin. Oh my god, my eyebrows do not match at all. Bitch, what the fuck? What the fuck? Also, I think one of my eyebrows is lower than the other, which I knew, but I feel like it's way more noticeable when I fill them in this heavy. Emma, how do you make your eyebrows match? Okay, now she's going in and like brushing her face, so I feel like now is when she wiped off her bake, but I already did it, so.
Now I'm going to contour with the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette.
Okay, so I don't have the Shade and Light palette. I only have this ColourPop Super Shock Cheek and Skinny Dip, and I stole it from my roommate, and this is the closest I will ever come to contouring. I literally never ever contour. Honestly, my eyebrows are so frightening, I can't even look at them in the mirror. Okay, so she's taking an angled brush and she's brushing the contour on her nose. So I'm gonna try that. I don't have the same brush as her, so I'm gonna use this brush, which I think is a blush brush from e.l.f., but that's fine. Okay, now she's putting on her chin. You can kind of see that, right? I literally never bronze or contour or anything. Sometimes I don't even think I know the difference between bronzing and contouring. I feel like I look like I got punched in the forehead, so that's where we're at. And also my nose is running again, which I talked about in my last makeup video. If you haven't seen it, I talked about how every time I put on foundation, my nose starts to run. And it's a really weird phenomenon. But luckily some people in the comments knew what I was talking about.
I'm going to use this Tarte blush in the shade Party with 3/8.
I do not have that Tarte blush. I actually just use the Milani baked blushes. And I didn't even bring one with me to film, so I'm just going to use what's left on this blush brush because I normally pack on blush like pretty heavy. So as you can see, there's product left on the brush. So I'm going to use leftover product. This is where the video is really going awry.
Kim, you're doing amazing, sweetie.
I feel like I'm in hell.
For highlighter, I am using ColourPop in the shade Smokin' Whistles.
Luckily, my roommate has this ColourPop highlight, so I will be able to follow along with this. She's using like a little like dense round brush, which I don't have, so I'm just gonna use this e.l.f. blush that I used to use for highlight, but I don't anymore, but it's fine. She's doing her nose first. Cheeks. Honestly, this is not a bad highlight. I'm not mad at it at all.
I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Potion Primer.
I'm just putting it on with my finger, actually my middle finger, which makes it look like I'm flipping you off, but I'm definitely not trying to. If anything, I'm flipping myself off for doing my eyebrows like this. Also, I have a piece of dry fucking skin on my lid. It looks terrible.
Eyeshadow, so I'm going to use this color Tempera in the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette to set my primer.
Perfect. I have this right here. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just use the brush that came with the palette. She's just kind of going in and setting that primer. How do you get rid of dry skin on your eyelid? Do they make lotion for your eyelid?
I'm now going to use these two shades, Raw Sienna and Warm Taupe mixed together.
She's just going in like with like a windshield swirly motion. But I noticed that she's not putting it on her lid, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to do that. Oh fuck, I mixed the wrong colors. She mixed Raw Sienna and Warm Taupe, and I mixed Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna. No wonder it's not gonna be the same. All right, I'm gonna go in with that Warm Taupe and try to fix my mistake. I feel like it looks like I don't know how to put on makeup. We can get a hold of this. We can get a hold of this. What's key is that we didn't get it on our lid because she's saving that for another color. Spoiler alert, that's what she's gonna do. And I feel like this eye looks really muddy, but what are you gonna do when you fuck it up?
For my eyelids, I'm going to use this color Primavera.
This is just so different than how I would normally do my makeup. I am just a train wreck. Like I am crashing very quickly. And then I noticed she's kind of bringing it down around town.
I'm using the same combination of Raw Sienna and Warm Taupe for my under eyes.
I'm gonna try to use the right combination this time instead of putting fucking orange in it.
For eyeliner, I use the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner.
This bitch just jumped from saying I'm gonna use this eyeliner to literally having it on her lids, which I find offensive, but not really because it was just a get ready with me video, not a tutorial. But anyway, she wears her eyeliner a little bit thicker than I tend to. So this will be interesting to say the least. Oh, no. No. Emma, I'm sorry that this doesn't look anything like the makeup you have on your face.
I don't like my eyeliner today.
Me neither, sister. Like, I fucked this up big time. Whatever, I'm moving on.
For waterline, I use the Marc Jacobs Gel Highliner Crayon.
Okay, I also have this. I literally never use it. I bought it with the intention of doing exactly what she's doing. But to be honest, I don't know how. But she's pretty much just like pulling her eyelid and like going to town. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna be as bold as Emma.
Moving on to mascara, I am using the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Mascara.
Okay, so what I noticed about her putting on mascara is that she does it for a very long time and she does way more than I would normally do. So I'm gonna try to do thicker mascara. I literally feel like I can't put it on for as long as her. Like I feel like I'm already done, but she went for a long time. Maybe that looks good. Maybe she's onto something with putting on this much mascara. Because I do feel like sometimes I don't put on enough, so maybe I'm just being too modest. I also don't have dark hair or dark eyebrows like Emma, and I feel like that really balances out having like really intense eyeliner and like really dark mascara, but c'est la vie.
Now I'm going to do just like a quick final coat of mascara from the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara.
So she's gonna go in with more mascara, which is just more mascara than I can handle, but I don't own a second type, so I borrowed this from my roommate And it looks like she has the Rimmel Scandalous Eyes one, so I'm really not using the same products here, but I guess I'm gonna go in and intensify this even more. And it just doesn't look as cute on me as it does on Emma.
The last thing I have to do is just my lipstick, and I'm going to be using the Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the color Exorcism.
So I do not have that Kat Von D lipstick, but I do have a similar color in this ColourPop one in the shade Hutch. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. I think mine's a little bit darker. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this finished look. I will put Emma's next to mine. You can let me know if you think that I did a good job in comparison to hers. I don't know. Did I? I don't know. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this video at all. If you have never watched Emma's videos, I don't know what rock you're hiding under, but I will link her down below. And if you're watching me because you saw Emma's name in the title, thanks for coming. Thank you all so much for watching. You're all beautiful. Have a nice day.